The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn, burn, mother. You know that song. If you don't know that song, you should go listen to that song because that's what this energy is giving. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Talk about all the fire, baby, all the fire. Okay, so let's break this down. We are in, again, fast, forward-moving energy. All systems go. All planets supporting forward movement. We are in this Aries energy of fire, action, inspiration, new adventure, cliff jumping. There is no longer, and I'm speaking to the collective, so discern, this may not be your reading. So this is a general collective reading. Take what resonates. But we are in this forward moving energy. We are being asked to take steps, to plant those seeds, things that we have been sitting on, things that we have been perfecting, things and ideas that we have been gestating. It is time to take action on those things. Get a structure, get a foundation, get a plan, call that friend, call that attorney, call that tax accountant, right? Start working the plan. Now, on the flip side of this is not a time to not know where you're going and just run straight forward into a damn brick wall or jump off the cliff without a parachute. We are not doing that. If you are afraid, if you feel fear, if you are triggered on taking those steps, be kind, be gentle to yourself. This is not a time to be harsh, but it is a time to be realistic. All right. So the theme of today is how can we support this forward moving energy? This time to get off your ass and do the damn thing. Walk the steps, create the plan, plant the seed. And it's awesome. We got 2 theme cards out here today. And the first one is, I cannot make this up, stepping stones. Stepping stones. It says, take the next step. Simplicity, focus. This person is running, right, through a portal, which represents a new beginning. Something from one stage, she's taking something from one stage to the next stage. She's moving from point A to point B. Do you notice the water underneath her, right? The water is the feminine element. It's intuition, it's emotion. This person is not just all mental energy. It's not, one day I think I'm going to do it and I'm going to run, I'm going to do it. It's not impulsive. It's thought out. It's intuitive. It comes, its foundation comes from an inner knowing. The mother supports this birthing. So again, this is not just randomly waking up one day and just deciding to do something. This is a slow build and a need to be focused, clear, intentional, intuitive, and take one little step and one little step and one little step and one little step, right? Launching something, and each tiny little step adds up over time, right? So I don't know if you know me or not, but I've been in this industry, the healing industry, for almost 2 decades. I went into it with nothing to my name, no contacts, no resources, just an intuitive feeling. And I acted on that intuitive feeling. I found a teacher. I got education. I started building a community out of nothing, just a tiny little seed. And each tiny little step I took built my experience, made beautiful connections, brought people together, right? So that we could build something sustainable, something real, something slow growing over time. And now almost 2 decades later, we're thousands and thousands of people, right? Like our energy, our healing work, this community has its deep roots. And it began with simple seeds, simple tiny steps with a clear intention, a clear focus, right? Guided by the mother, by the primordial energy, just whispering in my ear, go Steph, go do the thing. Even though it's weird, even though people don't get it, I knew it was right. I knew it was right. And so I treaded slowly. I tread carefully. Occasionally I cliff jumped when I needed to, right? But I always had that parachute on. I always had a plan, a hope and a plan, man. So this is what's saying, okay? Stepping stones. One step, then the next step, then the next step. So take those steps. Again, if you are feeling yourself feeling frozen, take a moment of grace, compassion, ground down, work through it, right? Use it as a learning moment. And then move forward. Call upon a friend, phone community if you need to. Reach out, right? Get that support. Maybe it's showing you where you're not grounded or founded. Where do you need structure? Where do you need community? Where do you need foundation? Where do you need a plan? Maybe of hope, but you don't have the plan. It's time to make the plan. That's taking a step, right? Okay. So stepping stones, take the next step. Okay. Plant the seed. And we're talking about, community and deep roots. And I love this next card. It's find your center. Stay true to you. Call it to you, right? That community ended up finding me. I found it. I found the path found me. And yes, it was hard work. I had to kind of hit the pavement hard to search for my community, but it was aligned. It was flowing. It was, I wouldn't say it was 100% easy, but it was natural. And this card is recommending us to come back to center, right? Come back to center, find our heart's path, find that little seed of purpose and intention within and stay there, go there and use that as fuel for your fire, right? Burn, mother, burn. That's what we're burning. That's what we're stoking. The kindling we're using is our seeds of intention. That plan, right? That hope, that is our seed. And we're going to burn it down in a good way with that seed and that hope. But we have to stay true to ourselves. We have to do that. And by staying true to ourselves, by holding that seed, that intention, that vibrational frequency, and allowing the vibrational frequency to absolutely infuse us with that purpose, we shift our internal landscape, which shifts our external landscape, which actually, by rule of attraction, right? The rules of the universe, it comes to us, right? And it kind of comes to us because we actually end up shifting timelines because we are so aligned and believe and feel and embody that vibration of purpose, that vibration of intention. So it's saying, stay true to yourself. We are not taking action and steps on random bullshit. No, we are taking steps in action on the seeds of our heart. And by doing that, we are calling it to us. Okay? Yes. All right. We need confidence, friends. Angel number 909. You need to have confidence to walk this path. Believe in yourself. Embody that energy with every single fiber of your being. Things are moving and you need to make a decision. Act with confidence and take risks. Again, we are not taking uncalculated risks, right? We are not running full speed into a brick wall. We are not jumping out of that plane without our parachute. But we do have to jump out of the plane as long as we're equipped with that parachute, right? As long as we're equipped with that seed, that intention within our heart, we can take forward moving action on that. That fire is action. That fire is implementation. And It all stems, that action and implementation stems from the confidence we build. Remember, we're stoking the fire. Those little embers, those first little embers are our hope, our seeds of our purpose, our heart songs. That is what our foundation is, right? That mother running through, giving us the support and the base to jump from. So we are grounded, we are founded, but we are confident. We are confidently stoking our fires of desires, where we're putting our energy, what we're birthing. And that allows us to stoke the flame of confidence, action, and implementation. So we're not burning things down to destroy. We are using the fire to build and inspire. Yes. All right. So let's get a few tarot cards just to clarify this reading. So tell me, hey. Okay. So tell me, what are you up to this week? Do you feel that fire energy kind of spark in your booty? You know, where do you feel the pressure to act? Do you have a plan? Do you need a plan? Do you need to phone a friend to get the plan? And if we're not friends, please do your little thing and like this video, because it helps get it out to more people. And please subscribe. We are, tiny little channel here. And I would love to get these divine messages out to more people. And also by subscribing to our channel, I can read better because you're engaging, right? And so I can read more clear for you. Okay. Almost fell out of my chair. Okay. All right, let's go. All right. So the first one we got here is the Tower. Oh my gosh, it's the Tower. So major arcana, signifying major life event, universe is in play here, and shit's falling down. Things are falling apart. And you know what? That's okay. If that is happening for you, if, shifts are happening, friends, jobs, relationships, maybe even ideas or ideals, or, you thought things would go a certain way and they just aren't, and they're going a different way. People take themselves out of your circle, out of your circulation. You take people out of the circulation. Guess what? It is for your highest good. Don't hold that shit together with Scotch tape. When the Tower is burning, let it burn. Remember? You don't need no water, let that motherfucker Tower, let it burn, baby. Let it burn. Let it go. Let it go. It's not part of your plan. Let it go. Let the pieces fall where they need to fall, and then be the phoenix and rise from the ashes. But here we've got another major arcana. We actually have 3 major arcana and a 4-card spread. That's pretty big. So this is naked. So I'm going to try and cover this so I don't get flagged on YouTube. But we got the Lovers here in the reverse position. And obviously there's 2 people, right? The sun is blessing them. It's that fire masculine energy. It's holding the space. But the Lovers is a decision. You have a decision to make here. You need to make a decision. And guess what you're not doing? It's in reverse. You're not making a decision, okay? So maybe as the Tower's falling, you're scared. Maybe as the Tower's falling, you're trying to hold it together with Scotch tape. I don't know, right? But you got to make a decision. There's a decision. And that decision will lead to some kind of union. It will lead to new paths opening up. It'll lead you to come back to yourself in a more clear way so you can make those decisions, so that you can come back to center, and so that you can take some action, okay? So take a moment, take a beat, take a seat. What does your heart tell you to do, okay? Where are you guided to take that next step? Take a decision so you can bring some energies together after you let the Tower fall. Make the decision, allow the union to happen, so that you can embrace your Queen of Pentacles. And again, it's in the reverse position. So this is like the mother, Empress squared, right? And in the upright, it is the tender, it's the mender. The pentacles is, very physical, tangible reality, health, wealth, abundance. So like, where do we need to bring some feminine intuitive energy to help birth, but we're not? The tower's falling, all of our pets' heads are falling off. We are hesitating on making decisions and bringing things together in union, and we're keeping ourselves away from birthing. Perhaps we're forcing it. Perhaps we're scared of things and we're not in union, not grounded. We're maybe not centered. And that is causing us to force situations instead of be aligned and flow. Maybe you're hesitant to jump out of the plane, even if you have your backpack on, right? Maybe you're scared, and that's okay. You can be scared. Sometimes you have to discern. Are you scared because you're in danger? Or are you scared because it's new, right? The ego is, and that comes from the ego. The ego is meant to keep us safe. The ego is meant to keep us alive, but the ego is also meant to implement. And sometimes the ego, because it needs to keep us alive, is afraid to implement new things because that's a threat to us. But soul self says, no, you need to do the damn thing. So sometimes we need to do it scared. Sometimes we need to do it scared. So where are you holding back on birthing? Where are you holding back on planting that seed or taking that tiny little baby step? And baby steps don't actually need to mean taking massive action. Baby steps can be Googling things. Baby steps can be exploring, being curious, having conversations, asking questions, right? Those also can be baby steps. For example, I went to coffee this morning with one of my longtime besties, and we had a conversation about co-creation, about co-creating a project, a little seed that's been in my heart for years and years and years. And she and I are going to collaborate, which is so awesome, which is, what is this? That would be the lovers in the upright. Collaboration, decision-making, right? To birth something physical, but to birth something tangible. And I knew that I couldn't do it myself. It was too overwhelming for just me. I needed to phone a friend, right? A really trusted, good friend. And so we're going to do the damn thing. That's the type of energy I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be this big, grand thing. You don't have to take something from point A to Z. No, that doesn't happen overnight. I'm talking about making tiny, small movements that will support your fire of inspiration and your birthings. That's what I'm talking about. And the last card we get here, again, there's like Naked Baby, so I'm going to cover this up. But it is the Sun card in reverse. So the Sun's on the table. Sun's best card in the deck. Again, that fiery energy, that blessing of birthing, little baby, brand new on a white horse, meaning there is a rebirth situation. There's hope. We talked about hope and a plan. There's the sunflowers. There's your hope. There's tons of hope for a rebirth. You are favored. You are favored by the universe. You are favored in all of your cells, but it's in the reverse position. Meaning these things, the lack of decision-making, the lack of maybe clarity, the fear of clinging to the old, maybe the ego's loud voice saying it is scary to do something new. Talk to that piece of yourself. Talk through that piece of yourself. Go out there and get the help you need, because the Sun's on the table. The wish fulfillment, the best card in the entire tarot is on the table, man. It's on the table. Your rebirth is here. You just need to move into it. You need to lean into it, because right now you're doing one of these. So how can we bring it a little bit closer to us? Well, we can be curious. We can explore. We can call upon our community. We can call ourselves back to center to bring it to us. We can shift the way we believe in ourselves. And you know, that phrase, fake it till you make it. And I know it's like so cringy and everyone hates it, but hello, what do we need to do to get everything on board and to manifest? The mind has to believe. The mind has to believe. The mind has to see, right? That third eye has to see. That gets all the cells in the body in the frequency of what you're trying to manifest. Believe it, right? Dream it, see it, Do it. All right. That's what we're telling us. Have the confidence. Have the confidence to do it. Walk around like you're the freaking shit. And you will be the shit. Not arrogantly. I'm not saying that. But believe in yourself. And you will call it to you. Okay. But you do need to act. You do need to take some kind of small stepping stone. Even if that's having coffee with a friend, Googling on the interwebs, writing down ideas on your phone, in a journal, whatever, and gathering some resources, right? Take a step, make that website, buy that .com, paint that picture, go on the trip, plan the trip. Maybe not go on the trip, plan the trip, right? But do something, do something you're scared of in tiny little pieces, tiny little bites. Again, it doesn't have to be jumping off the cliff without that parachute. You need hope and you need a plan. All right. So how can you take a tiny little baby step today towards that plan? And guess what? That's the energy, that fire. The roof is on fire. It is that motivation. It's that pump up song, right? To get you to take action on your hope. Take action on your hope. And that's what that reading's about. That's what this energy is about. Just don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out. Go intuitively, go thoughtfully, go clearly. All right. All right, friends. This is your reading for today. I'm wishing you lots of love and blessings. Take care.